Ladies and gentlemen, I know this seems a little out of character, but I'll be doing NXT tonight. Yes, indeed, NXT. Well, an NXT pre-show. Right before NXT, so not exactly the main show. But Mr. Samuel has invited Coley down to discuss something. I will not be doing NXT the show tonight, but I will be doing this. Mr. Samuel, the new general manager, thanks to Triple H. This was Triple H's first move to put him in place, and he's going to have a word with Coley here tonight. And he's also going to address who the challenger possibly will be for the NXT Championship, because he promised that not only is NXT already great, but he's going to try and launch it through the roof, skyrocketed tonight, because the next episode, which is episode 25, NXT, then after that we will have NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, and then Clash of Champions. Mr. Samuels trying to stockhold this card for NXT to compete against Clash of Champions. So we will see tonight what he has to say in front of everybody. And I'm sorry I went back so fast. It's just I got my two guests here, and they're wonderful guys as always. But I will be portraying Mr. Samuel, and they will be portraying their own voices. Everybody who tuned in knows these two voices. But here we go. Enjoy. So welcome everyone to NXT in Florida. And here it comes for the first time since being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Here is the one, the only Hall of Famer in Universe Mode, Mr. Samuel, two-time WWE Champion, one-time Cruiserweight Champion, a United States Champion, and one half of the first ever NXT Tag Team Champions with Matt King. The living legend, Mr. Samuel's back. What a moment for NXT, as he has been made the general manager, and he was even asked on social media if he wanted to do a triple threat dream match between him and Tyler Wolf and Matt King, and he said anytime, anywhere, I'd be happy to wrestle one more match and come out of retirement for one fight only, no matter if it was 5 stars or not. He would still want to wrestle just to do it. And here comes the man he invited. Thank you, Triple H, for putting Mr. Samuel in charge of NXT and firing Stephanie McMahon. And here comes the two-time Universal Champion, one-time United States Champion. And he did get beat by Undertaker with a tombstone on SmackDown Live in the main event. But now he's here on NXT with, of course, the newest member, Jamie, who scored a huge win in that tag team match, scoring the victory for the Kings of Wrestling. And Coley disgraced, or made a mockery of Daniel Bryan by making Daniel Bryan, the United States Champion, tap out in the Yes Lock. And since he pinned the United States Champion, he may get a title shot in the future if Triple H is willing to, per rules of pinning a champion in a non-title match. And Triple H did set up the match, so, you can partially blame him. But what I'm most excited for is to find out who Mr. Samuel is choosing as the challenger for the NXT Championship. Coley and him are getting... Whoa, what is this? That's one of the members of Bullet Club. In the NXT part of Bullet Club, it's Scott Cole. It's Scott Cole. One of the 8, possibly 8, because AJ Styles may or may not have joined on Monday Night Raw. Arguably the leader of the NXT portion of Bullet Club. Here comes Scott Cole. making his way to the ring. as his last takeover, he scored a powerful win over Matt King in his first ever 5-star match of his career, where he called in MK88 along with the Assassin to beat down Matt King with a chair to form the NXT part of Bullet Club, only for Davis King to join the ranks the NXT show after. In a shocking swarm of events, Bullet Club is now up to 7, possibly 8, with AJ Styles, with Finn Balor leading them. And the Kings of Wrestling, of course, at 5 members, with the British Invasion, who were the NXT Tag Team Champions, which is probably why Mr. Samuel wanted him out here. But now, literally 2 big names and the two powerful factions of WWE are in the ring with arguably one of the best mic talkers in the game, Mr. Samuel. Hold on, gentlemen. Let me make this clear. I called Coley out here to talk about the British Invasion, but you know what, Scott Cole? I'm glad you interrupted us. Whatever your reasoning is, I'm glad you came out here because I have something to address with you as well.
What is that?
What it is that if your 2 little buddies in your 2 sweet Bullet Club, MK and the Assassin, do beat Rusev and Aiden English tonight on NXT to become #1 contenders against the British Invasion, I have to ask all of Bullet Club to not be at ringside along with the Kings of Wrestling, and that there will be no tension between either faction, no matter the outcome.
Now, that is where the problem lies in, Mr. Samuel. Because we have the Bullet Club over here who thinks they can run this universe mode. Well, newsflash, people, universe mode. Yeah, let's say I'm kind of in charge now, let's say that. But we have the current NXT Tag Team Champions, the current WWE Champion, and we have a future US Champion in myself, and a future hardcore champion in Hunter Woods. Now, Bullet Club, they might have AJ Styles, they might have a whole bunch of other people. Who the hell cares? Most of y'all could never compare a title to what the Kings of Wrestling have done in 2 seasons compared to your half a season already. In 2 seasons, me and someone who will not be named right now have won tag titles. He's held the Hardcore Championship for the longest time. Hell, I was Universal Champion for the longest time. Anyone wants to say that the Kings of Wrestling don't run this universe mode? Then let me prove to you why I am the greatest damn thing to grace this universe mode.
Let's be honest, the only reason why you're Universal Champion, well, I'd let you remain Universal Champion.
But yet you couldn't get the job done against me, and you sure as hell couldn't get the job done at WrestleMania.
Listen up, wise guy. I don't care about the past. I have a ring on my finger that says otherwise. I'm the first ever Hall of Fame. Regardless of how my career ended. Regardless on how it all ended. Regardless that it was the greatest match of my career. I respect the man that beat me. Despite all that he's done, I forgave him. It's part of the business. Move on. Now, as for you, I did fight you, but don't forget, the first time we encountered each other, which I did beat you to earn a Universal title shot against you. Sure, I did lose, but never forget, I beat you before you beat me. Not once, but twice, sure. You won the series in the trio between us, 2-1. But the fact of the matter is, I beat you before you could even beat me.
But let's not beat around the bush here for a second. Let's not forget how I won that Universal Championship, Mr. Samuel. Let's not forget that while you were in the back getting prepared for your match, I put my body on the line in a steel cage match against Samuel Armstrong.
I don't know so, but yeah.
And then, the next night, I put my body on the line again in a steel cage match against Class Par. Within 24 hours, I was inside of 2 steel cages. Something your body can't handle anymore.
Yeah, I'm still healing from the shots at WrestleMania. I mean, that's why I still have a small bandage on my elbow, because I still dorked it up. I'm still having pain, but you know what? I'll let it slide. But here's the thing. I can always hang this over your head. I can still say I was the first ever. I was still one half of the first ever NXT Tag Team Champions, which your British Invasion degrade those championships that another tag team called the Hitmen put so much effort into building up as a threat and a powerful and made tag teams relevant. But
now
I was also the first ever Money in the Bank winner. I was also the first ever successfully cashed in, and on top of that, I was one of the 3 men to first ever main event of WrestleMania, which, by the way, you've never done. Just an FYI. I let that sink in, you semi-main eventer.
Oh my gosh. You two argue like women, saying what you've accomplished and what you've done, kissing your own butt. Look, we came here to discuss championships, not what you did in the past, not what Colt Lee has done to get where he is right now, and not what happened at WrestleMania, Mr. Samuel. We are here to talk about championships, not your accomplishments. Can we please get on with this? I have more people to beat up and more important things to talk about.
Well, quite frankly, Scott Cole, like I said, I'm glad you're out here. Not just for the one reason, well, more than one reason, as a matter of fact. It was more than just the NXT Tag Team Championships. It's about the NXT Championship. I've been looking at the long list of competitors when I sat at home nursing my injury and enjoying a pretty good, decent job backstage. And in other companies like Ring of Honor. But anyways, I fear that there's a lot of guys who deserve a shot. Guys like Prince Metallico deserve a shot against Blake Daniels. And especially since the former champion Jamie is now, well, put somebody on the shelf forever. Arguably could have ended somebody's career, thanks to a certain someone behind me. Little douchebag behind me. Anyways, as for you, Scott Cole, I hear you running your mouth. I hear Finn Balor running his mouth to Triple H, saying that there's a guy in NXT that deserves it, that deserves the title. A man who destroyed my best friend, as a matter of fact, Matt King, which I didn't appreciate. You beating the hell out of him with a chair and your buddy stomping away at him and put him on the sideline for a little bit. But regardless, my job is to book a match. And quite frankly, I have a hard time figuring out if I just want to give you it.
You know,
go ahead.
I have a hard time understanding why he is here. Why did you bring him to my house? Why is he here? You know I don't like the British invasion. You know that the main reason I do what I do is to stop the British invasion and any little thing Harvey's ever created. When he went ghost, people was like, oh, what are you gonna do now? Colt's still here. They still have championships. I will not stop until I destroy every little thing they do, because all they do is lie and cheat and do any little thing to get what they want and call themselves legends. So, I ask you this question. Why is he here?
Here because I wanted to talk to him.
Before you answer, Mr. Samuel, before you answer, let me say this. Scott Cole, when it comes to me and you, I've done more success in this company than you have in the past month. Yeah, you might have joined Bullet Club, but when it comes to Bullet Club versus the Kings of Wrestling, Bullet Club is just peasants underneath my feet holding my chair up at this point. You guys are absolutely nothing. And I have a major surprise coming for Bullet Club soon. Something
We're underneath your
that
wing.
you and the rest of these fans out here will not see coming. Jamie was just the start of the big surprise.
Mm-hmm.
No one else is going to see this one coming.
I've told you, I've said before that Jamie was nothing. I said that I could beat him with the arm tied behind my back. I don't think that that was anything. That Jamie is just like you, Colt. Just like every little guy in the British invasion that run around and do your dirty work. All they do is kiss up to the authority and feel like they have power over everybody and that there's someone just because the authority gives them what they want. I don't think that is almighty or legendary. You know what I call that? I call someone who does that a punk. A kiss up. A woman.
Whoa.
Not a legend.
Before you start making enemies with the crowd here over some political issue, let me remind you of something. The authority's gone thanks to Triple H. And in place, he put me in charge and fired Stephanie McMahon in charge of NXT. So you answer to me. You respond to me when I ask you to, and you listen to my decisions. Now I've asked you before, and I'll ask you again. Do you want an NXT title shot?
Yeah, I'll take your title shot.
Well, guess what?
Title.
You just proved to me that you're just like Colt over here. You're willing to suck up and tell me exactly what I want to hear. Because you're willing to take a free handout, but I'm going to snatch it away. And say, guess what?
Really?
You're going to have to earn it from somebody that deserves it more than you. A guy who's proven himself day in and day out in NXT and is the workhorse, the Iron Man of NXT. You want an NXT title shot so badly? You want it so badly? Well, this man is about to prove why he's a workhorse. Because he's wrestling 2 matches in 1 night tonight. Because he's wrestling Nathaniel in the tournament, and he's fighting you, and that's the Spider of NXT, Max Webb. You will face him one-on-one, and the winner goes to the main event of NXT TakeOver Brooklyn for the NXT Championship against Blake Daniels. And just to make it clear, so you can't get a little upper hand edge on the NXT champion before NXT TakeOver in Brooklyn, I've left him home to rest up for this fight, because I know you and the rest of Bullet Club will just jump him, just like Cole Lee jumped me at Royal Rumble, and just like Jamie jumped Kevin Draco at SummerSlam. So no, there's going to be no shenanigans. And if you do beat Max Webb one-on-one, and if you do prove that you quote-unquote deserve it, because as far as I'm concerned, you don't deserve crap. You have to earn it. Yeah, you beat Matt King, you beat Eric Young, and you beat several other guys. Congratulations, you want a cookie? No. You pick yourself up and you fight harder, and you never make the argument that you deserve something. Like Cole Lee here. He's such an airhead, he thinks that he deserves everything that's handed to him. He thinks he's deserving, entitled to everything. That's the difference. Bullet Club and you are the same. Both factions are the same. You all want handouts. You want the same thing, power and control, but you're willing to do anything for it. You're willing to undercut your way to victory. You're willing to cheat your way to victory. And I know the people in the comment section would love cookies, because cookies will be the next over thing in this comment section. But anyways, you two need to come to the realization that the invasion and the club are nothing. And let me tell you something, Scott Cole. Your career hinges upon my booking of your career in NXT. My booking. And how I make the decisions toward you. Because let's face it, every NXT guy is no longer sucking up to Stephanie McMahon and kissing her shoes. You're looking at the guy who fought, scratched, and clawed his way to the top of success, busted his butt to stay up on top. And regardless, when everything looked bad, I never turned heel. I never turned my back on anybody, and I damn sure never turned at my back and sold out to somebody like Davis King. But let me tell you something. At TakeOver in 2 episodes, if you do beat Max Webb and you do step in the ring with Blake Daniels, it's gonna burn like hell with your stupid-looking mask if Blake Daniels pile drives the hell out of you. You Scott Cole, let me explain something. No, you shut your mouth. I can make or break your career in NXT, or whatever NXT career you have left.
Right.
Guys like Jeff Sanders, who's actually got beef with the Bullet Club, along with Tommaso Ciampa, have been egging for a match too. They've been calling out Bullet Club a little bit. And I've noticed that. I have my ear to the ground and I listen to the locker room and the boys. I spent a lot of time with the guys in the back, and I made a name for myself here. And let me tell you something. You're not going to take that away. And I'm not asking for your respect. I'm not telling you you have to respect me, because there's a difference between me and you two. I don't demand respect. I've already busted my rear end to earn it, and that's why I have this ring on my finger. Now, earn it.
Samuel, I don't think I deserve anything. I know I proved. See, I don't believe in saying you deserve something and not working for it. I proved that I deserve something. I proved what I deserve. I don't ask for anything. I didn't ask to be in this contendership. I didn't ask for any of that. You gave it to me. You asked me if I wanted it, and I said, sure, I'll take it. But let me explain something. I'm not fond of your championship. I'm not fond of your title. I don't care. But if it takes if it takes that to get my hands on Colt Lee and British Invasion, then I will. I don't care for your legendary matches or your rating or being in Hall of Fame. I don't care. I came here to do a job and destroy them, and I will. Whatever it takes. I'm not gonna kiss up to you. I don't care what you try to do to stop me.
Then how about we step in the ring and find out? Because let me tell you something. I got no problem coming out of retirement for one more match to fight two of my best friends. And I got no problem beating some sense into you.
I don't think you know who you're talking to.
I know damn well who I'm talking to. That's why I knew exactly what I was getting into when I put my career on the line against Coldly and his buddy. And let me tell you something. You don't scare me. So you can play the mind games all you want in my head and try to get in my head and try to... But no. I'm not afraid of you. I've never been afraid of any challenge. And as far as you go, you've done nothing yet. Your career, your accomplishments in NXT. Yes, we do reference the past, but that's because it matters. It matters when these people try to figure out just how damn well good you are. And let me tell you something. Our careers, my career, has eclipsed yours. So as far as I'm concerned, you've done nothing but just beat one of my friends who's crippled. Almost completely crippled in one of his legs. Beat down a faction leader. And fought a couple guys around and slapped them around. You fought a tag match. Congratulations. Do something about it. And if you fought me, you'd be in the biggest fight of your life. As far as Colt...
Samuel,
what?
you say that I fought a guy who was almost crippled, yet you're almost one yourself. What good would you do trying to fight me? That is my question.
I may still have a bandage on my arm. Make no mistake about it. I have no problem fighting you again. Or fighting you in the first place. I don't care if I'm not 100%. If it means teaching you some manners in NXT and respecting the chain of command. I'm not asking you to respect me as a person. I'm asking you to respect the job. I've given you your match. Now it's for you, Colt. And Skuckle, sorry, Colt. I got no problem fighting you. What?
You know, Scott Cole, you did say something earlier. You've proven yourself to be worthy of a championship. What do you think I've been doing on that main roster, Mr. Samuel? While you're down here as a GM, I've proven myself and I put my body on the line in every match that I go into. I put my heart, I put my soul in the matches. You don't think I proved myself enough to give awarded a championship match? Man, apparently being a Hall of Famer has made your brain go dumb all of a sudden.
My brain going dumb? The only reason why... The only reason why I haven't...
I dare you to take a swing at me.
I'm gonna fight you? You wanna go another round? You wanna go a fourth match? You wanna go a fourth time? We can go 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, but after... Oh my gosh! Don't leave with a super kick right to Mr. Samuel! And with both men now! Both men are taking it to the new NXT General Manager! Oh my gosh! And Mr. Samuel rolling out of the ring in pain, but I don't think they're done! I don't think they're done! And oh, Scott Cole laughing! Oh, and now what's this? Mr. Samuel hit with a suplex. Oh, a stomp to the gut of Mr. Samuel. This is sickening. How vile are these two factions that they're willing to coexist just to take it out on a general manager? The Hall of Famer's getting his butt rocked by these two tonight. And oh, wait, Mr. Samuel! Trying to fight back. Oh, was hit with a crossbody and now struck to the chest. Oh, wait. Coley. I don't know what that was. They're just trying to show off their moves. And Coley tossing him back inside the ring. Cannon fodder now. And Scott Cole taking it to him. Springboard shooting star press. And Mr. Samuel. Oh, what is this? Oh, a shooting star press again. And out on the knee of Mr. Samuel, trying to snap his ankle in half. And Mr. Samuel yelling in pain. As they're turning the leg, and oh wait, rolling thunder right to Mr. Samuel. And oh now, oh look at this. He's just suspending him now. Oh wait, Mr. Samuel, run out of the way. He's trying to fight back. Possibly a last desperate attempt on his part. Oh wait. Scott Cole dropping him down on his knee. Perfect. And oh, Scott Cole set him up. Oh, Phantom Spain. And now just turn the knee again on Mr. Samuel. And Coley and Scott Cole not done. What is this? Oh, the headhunter strikes. Oh, no way. He set him up. Set him up for the 45. Possibly. No, wait. Decides to put him in a headlock. Oh, a super kick. All right. Mr. Samuel rolling out of the ring. Wait, Coley, the standoff. The standoff between these two. Is something gonna happen? Oh, wait, Coley taking it to him. The leader of the Kings of Wrestling taking it to one of the members of Bullet Club. Tensions are rising. Coley taking it to him now. Oh, and a super kick. Oh, Coley, oh, every man for himself, apparently taking out Mr. Samuel again. As these two have unfinished business in the ring. This is sickening. And oh, a powerful knee strike. And a vicious headbutt. And wait, Mr. Samuel diving inside the ring, trying to do something against Cole. Oh, a kick to the side of the head. And wait, Scott Cole from behind. Oh, Dr. Teeth. And wait, Mr. Samuel flipping right up to his feet, taking down Scott Cole once, twice. Touches it there, super kick. And he set up Coley. Oh, wait, the backhand was blocked, super kick. And Coley making Mr. Samuel possibly pay further. The headhunter connecting there. And oh, send him up, send him up. Goal 45. Bang! These two ending their small, short feud in the ring to just take it to the general manager again. Oh, a diving elbow off the top rope to the spine. And now Scott Cole throwing him up against the barricade. Oh, what is this? Oh, my gosh, a knee to the head. Absolutely sickening. No way. Mr. Samuel realizing he's in trouble. He's in no man's land. He's trying to crawl away. But he's gone. Oh, Corona. And wait, Scott Cole. Dragging him back toward Coley, possibly. I'm shocked that these two haven't betrayed the other. And Coley. Waiting for Mr. Samuel to get to his feet, possibly. And wait, Mr. Samuel trying to shove down the ladder. And he's getting inside the ring, trying to fight back against Scott Cole. Oh! Oh, and now Scott Cole sent him up. Curve stop connecting. And oh wait, massive takedown as this is horrible. He's just been laid out. Still shocked that they started their semi-feud just to end it there and continue the onslaught. Oh, tied him up into the rope. And wait, Coley got him there. Now Coley throwing him into the apron. Oh, the suicide dive. Oh, possibly was intended for Coley there, but Coley taking advantage. Oh, the headhunter struck again. And Mr. Samuel trying to get to his feet. Oh, drop kick there. And oh, Scott Cole missed it. And oh wait, Coley, oh, Mr. Samuel trying to take it to him. Oh, kick below the belt. Oh my gosh. Now Cole possibly taken. Do whatever you can. Oh my God! Cole send him up! Oh my gosh! As you're leaving, take me up. And Mr. Samuel only standing on the ramp looking at the broken image. What is gonna happen at NXT? The NXT show and Brooklyn. See you all next time. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time. Woo. Oh, the fight is on. The fight is on.
That lasted longer than it should have.
It was good though.
It was.
Yeah.
It was good. The brawl probably shouldn't have lasted as long, but that's alright.
I mean, what is the good in a 5-minute promo?
True. Apparently I never ended it.